Hello everyone, I'm Storm Checker ET meteorologist Austin Haskins. We've had some really comfortable and pleasant weather around over the last couple of days, and when you have that around, typically we don't really see much in terms of rain. In fact, in Eau Claire the last several days haven't really seen hardly any. In fact, since Friday last week, we've only seen 2/100ths of an inch of rain. Of course, that comes on the heels of seeing just under an inch of rain last Thursday. And for the month of August, we are still running a little bit of a surplus, about 9/10ths of an inch to be exact. And for meteorological summer, we are 2.91 inches above average, and we're about 3.5 inches above for the year. Now, the monthly total, 3.66 inches, about 85% of that has fallen in 2 days. We had that 0.89 inches last Thursday, and then on August 5th, we had 2.19 inches. So you take those two numbers out, we would be running a deficit for the month of August, and these numbers would be a lot closer to zero. So those 2 rainy days we've had so far this month is why we're still seeing our surpluses where they are at. And we do have a little bit more rain in the forecast, but not a lot. So far today and the last few days, high pressure has really kept things pretty dry, and it's going to continue to keep us dry for the next couple of days. We'll see a light south to southeast wind take over for today, and that wind does pick up a little bit as we head into tomorrow and also into the day on Thursday as it drifts down to our south. But this area of low pressure will be responsible for our next chance for some scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms, especially after midnight Thursday night into Friday morning as the clouds will increase. And as you'll see here, we will have some scattered showers and storms develop. Even though the main energy with this system is going to be farther to the north and west, there'll still be enough around and enough moisture around to support at least some showers and maybe even a thunderstorm or two mixed in. But those that do see rain, because not everyone is going to see rain with this system, those that do see it, not expected to see a ton. In fact, my forecast is looking at from late Thursday into Friday, anywhere from about 1/100th of an inch to 1/10th of an inch. But if we get under a heavier downpour, you might see up to 2/3/10ths of an inch of rain, but I don't expect much more than that. The real story, though, is going to be the increasing heat and humidity levels as we head into the weekend. So the reason for that, first of all, we're going to have a southerly wind. That's going to help kind of bring in some of that extra Gulf of Mexico moisture, and it'll bring in some heat as well. But this heat dome here, this big H you see here, which is what's been allowing for those really hot temperatures across parts of Texas, back into the southwestern U.S. That's what's been responsible for the hot weather there. But that is going to be drifting north as we get into the weekend. So here's Saturday, and we got that ridge in the jet stream building at a trough to the west. And when you have this, what's normally called an omega shape, that's when you get the really hot weather to move in. And you can see Saturday into Sunday, that does get a little bit closer into our area. So while the exact details of this will still need to be ironed out in the coming days, we're still looking at least a 3-4 day stretch of highs in the mid to upper 80s to low 90s, dew points climbing up into the 60s to low 70s. So hot and humid weather, at least for our region. Of course, we're not looking at, triple digit temperatures and heat index values like they have been seeing across the southern and western U.S., but certainly, at least for our area, it's going to be, by our standards, hot and humid. And that'll continue into early next week, but then we'll finally start to see the jet stream kind of flatten out and break down a little bit as we head towards about a week from now. And there are signs towards next weekend that we could see some cooler weather return to the region once again. But we'll worry about that once time gets closer. So looking at the projected forecast for the temperatures, dew points, and feels like temperatures, you can see Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday for that matter, we'll have highs well into the 80s, dew points 60s and low 70s, and the heat index values in the upper 80s to low to mid 90s. This is one computer model. Here's another one, and this one is going still a little bit on the high end, especially as you see on Monday, it's projecting a heat index in the afternoon in the triple digits. Now, I don't think that is going to be very likely. There are some, factors, of course, that we'll have to watch. But the idea is that I do believe we're going to have temperatures in the mid to upper 80s and low 90s. As you'll see here on the extended forecast, those dew points 65 to 72 or so, and that'll push the heat index values well into the 90s, maybe even some spots reaching the upper 90s. But the next few days, though, we won't have to worry about that, as highs will be in the upper 70s to near 80. And again, that slight chance of showers and storms Friday. But you see Saturday, 86, Sunday, Monday, around 90, and still in the mid 80s on Tuesday next week with a slight chance for showers and storms.